After a several week-long hiatus, we are back here in the deli to break down everything that happened from weeks 1 through 18 leading up into this weekend's playoff matchups as we send you home with one or two more DFS take shows. I'm joined tonight, of course, by one of my best friends, Chili. We're going to go ahead and turn on those open signs, pull out the menu of playoff games this weekend, and get right into it as we welcome you into the DFS Deli. Let's get it. And welcome into the DFS Deli. I, of course, am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Saleh Ali Shahid, and it has been a long couple weeks. Had to take a break. I got sick. I'm recovering from another sickness. So excuse me if you hear some sniffling. I apologize, but I'm just now getting over this last cold. And kids, life, things happen. But I had to talk some playoffs. Had to break down every coaching, firing, and changes within the NFL that we have going on. So welcome back into the DFS Deli. Chili, welcome back to work. Thanks for coming off your vacation for a few weeks to join me. It's good to have you back. How's everything going?
Yeah, man, everything's going good. Obviously the season's over. We're starting the second season, so to speak. So taking a look here, we got like a lot of news, a lot of coaches fired. I think we got like 7 or 8 positions open. Some big coaches fired. A couple coaches could actually get fired over this weekend, I think, as well. So it's going to be an interesting 48 hours coming up here.
Yes,
Also,
very,
and
very
then
true.
and then also, I know it pains Baker, but my Miami Hurricanes are in the national championship game. I am
Yeah,
not
they
getting ready.
are.
I am not going to say the U is back. I do believe they would need to win a national title for that. The last time I checked, Indiana was absolutely slaughtering Oregon. I think it was 35-7 at the half. So it looks like we're going to get Miami versus Indiana at the Hard Rock at Miami's home field. So go Canes, go.
The U is back. Yeah. Congratulations on that. I know it's always good to have a college team of, teams in general that you're rooting for succeed. So, I mean, speaking of teams that we root for, not in your case, but in my case, we will get into talking about the Buffalo Bills playing this weekend and see if Josh Allen can overcome the demons of the playoffs and actually take down a Super Bowl this year, even a Super Bowl appearance, whatever the case is. But before we get into that, we have to, I got to ask you a few questions from, DFS land and the season as a whole. How did the 2025-2026 season treat you in these DFS streets?
So the 2025 season for me was really good. It was probably my best season to date. We took down a couple GPPs. I got second. So it was honestly super profitable for me. Long story short, wasn't too many weeks where I zeroed out, which is good. So, yeah, man, 2025 was good. And hopefully we can work on that going into 2026.
Yeah, I mean, but there are a few short slates to go. So, if anybody still wants to stay in the DFS streets, you can, as we're going to go game by game, position by position, breaking down the favorite plays and how we should play these short slates. But I would say for DFS wise, I was positive on the year. It wasn't like any big takedowns, but we were consistent. We were consistently hitting cut lines in tournaments. I know I only deposited once, and that was in week 1. So, I mean, they got the initial money. I got my money out, and we're cooking up. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say it was a disappointment to not take down a tournament, but at the same time, like, we had several close calls. We had some runs. We had 2 sweats this year. So, I mean, like, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. And in the world of fantasy football, regular fantasy football, your boy is a 2-time champ in our main league. This guy, not 1, not 2, but 3 championships. Yes, brought it home. Actually, Derrick Henry brought it home. So, we got one more. We got one more for that.
Yeah.
Just taking down our current deli mate Baker, who finished in dead last. He has to face
Baker.
the punishment of the league. Yes, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Who is deciding Baker's fate for the
that would be AJ.
Oh, I almost lost my mic there.
Oh, don't drop the mic.
No. Nope, no dropping the mic there.
Yeah, AJ has decided his punishment. He's got something good cooking, so I'm pretty excited. Chill, what was your biggest surprise of the season? Was it a team? Was it a player? What do you think your biggest surprise was?
I mean, I think this season as a whole was surprising, right? I mean, if you take a look at the playoffs, you could poke holes in like all the teams, right? Normally it's like, hey, we know the AFC Championship game is this team versus this team. I mean, it was just a lot of like it was just really interesting, man. Like I don't think double stacking 2 wide receivers was very successful this year. I mean, cheap tight end, double tight end seemed the more ish way to go more often than not.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so it was just, I mean, I think the chalk was always pretty chalky. Yeah, it was a weird year. It was just a weird year.
The chalk slapped this year. Like in other years, we could get contrarian and be really happy about it. But like this year, if you didn't play the chalk, you were losing. I mean, like it was hard to win without some of the chalkier pieces on the slate.
Yeah, and I agree with that 1,000%. And like obviously a lot of offenses struggled. Philadelphia's offense was a struggle.
For like week 5, they were ass.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do stuff with the Rams, you couldn't double stack. I mean, you're taking a look at the Bills. It's like can't play Josh Allen with anybody. I mean, if a lot of people were like yourself, nobody wanted to play Trevor Lawrence until it was too late. Jacoby Brissett was a thing. I mean, it was just. I mean, the Broncos are the best team in the AFC, but seem to not be fantasy relevant at all.
Right.
So
right.
Joe Burrow got hurt. Lamar got hurt. Mahomes got hurt.
We had millionaire winning weeks from 3 different Giants quarterbacks, for Christ's sakes.
Dude, right?
Yeah. Think about that. Russell Wilson in the Cowboys game. Woo-hoo! We thought we had something until we didn't.
That was week 2?
Yeah, something like that. But roller coaster indeed in the DFS streets, man. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about this weekend's games, give some predictions, give some hot takes. Everything is going to be on the menu tonight. But first, if you don't know what we do here on the DFS Deli, we have to raise the glass to the fallen. So please grab your beverage of choice, whether it be water, pop, or an alcoholic beverage. Wherever you're listening to in these podcast streets, make sure you raise the glass for the fallen as we remember you well. Mike McDaniels, John Harbaugh, Jonathan Gannon, one season Pete Carroll, 2-time Coach of the Year Kevin Stefanski, and Raheem Morris. Honorable mention to Brian Dable, even though you lost your job early in the season, but still, you're part of the fallen as well. We all wish you success in your future endeavors, and wherever you land on your feet. to the following.
You got any hot takes for coaches or what you would like to see happen?
I think I was gonna say with Cliff Kingsbury depart, like literally mutually separating ways from the commies, I can see him as a Raven. I can see him as the Ravens head coach because inconspicuously Harbaugh gets fired right after Cliff Kingsbury says that he's out. So, because remember, John Harbaugh didn't get fired on Black Monday. That happened after the fact. So I can see him as a Raven. But it really depends on what they want to do at QB. Because I mean, like Lamar's aging. He's not the Konami cheat code he used to be. And they've figured out that maybe Todd Monken isn't the guy there either. I mean, like, that blind loyalty to that guy. Even though I think he runs an efficient offense, but at the same time, like, your head coach has to step in and say, hey, here's what works. Maybe we should do that, as opposed to, going out and trotting out the hobble Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's not his fault that he missed that kick at the end of the game. But at the same time, like, you should have been in that situation in the first place. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah. I'm also surprised that Zach Taylor didn't get fired.
I think everybody.
Why does he still have a job?
Listen, the Bengals should fire Zach Taylor and go get John Harbaugh. I mean, that's what should happen.
I respect that. I mean, like, I know he's not taking interviews until after this week, because he knows that the Steelers are about to lose, and spoiler, and Tomlin's probably going to get fired. So maybe he's the best Steeler.
I don't think Harbaugh winds up as a Steeler, because I think Tomlin is going to stay. Even if they lose in the playoffs, I think the fact that he got them there is good enough for the Rooney family. The Homerism in me is saying Mike McDaniel was not getting fired until Harbaugh got fired. And Harbaugh and Stephen Ross, the owner, they go way back, and like their families both like each other, and there's a lot of deep roots and ties. I don't know if he goes. He can literally go to the Ravens. He could use Tua for 1 year and then go draft his guy. But it's certainly interesting because they were going to use McDaniel to look for their new GM, and then Harbaugh got fired, and then he got fired. And then, spoiler alert, they hired the Packers GM? Or
right.
What?
Could? Yeah. Shit. It's
so, I mean,
so much up in the air, man.
We'll talk about the Packers-Bears game, but the rumor was if the Bears win that game, that Matt LaFleur could get fired.
Yes, I did hear that. Yes, I did hear that. I mean, yeah, like you said, there could be more vacancies right after the playoffs. So these next 48 hours could be very indicative on whether people keep their jobs or get the boot. So I think, yeah, I'm here for it.
I think there are 3 coaches who, if they lose, could get fired. I got 3.
Go on. Well, Tomlin, LaFleur.
So you think Tomlin? I think Tomlin is safe. Tomlin. So
really?
I think, yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh will. I don't think that's their style. Dude,
okay.
How many times have we seen this?
Style either, and then 18 seasons. Then
the way there was a couple people early on in the season saying Harbaugh and Lamar just were not getting along, and Lamar is going to be up for another contract extension, and if it were up to Harbaugh, he wouldn't have paid him. So
no.
So the franchise chose Lamar over Harbaugh, which, after 18 years, you just need a new voice. Yes. So I think LaFleur, if the Packers lose, I think Bills head coach Sean McDermott, if they lose.
Not McDerms, no.
And then Nick Sirianni.
Nick Sirianni, the season after a Super Bowl victory, you think he's gone?
Yeah, because the Eagles do crazy shit. So what if the Eagles fire Sirianni and just go hire Harbaugh? Because Harbaugh's a better coach. Is it an upgrade from Sirianni to Harbaugh?
You would think.
I would think so
You
too.
would think.
And they have like the most aggressive GM and owner in the league. And that's what somebody was pitching as an idea. Although I know where Mike McDaniel should go as a coordinator.
Cleveland?
The Lions. He should be Dan Campbell's offensive coordinator. You give Mike McDaniel with Gibbs. I don't know if Montgomery's coming back, but you give him Gibbs, Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sheesh.
A little Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta coming back. Sheesh.
Yeah. Let that little nerd.
We might as well do it proper. Hold on. That's a fair take. I like that. Who do you think has the best coaching situation? Like, what's the best job available?
Baltimore. You haven't. So? Yeah, because you have the Ravens culture, so you don't have to build a culture there, and you do have a 2-time NFL MVP. Regardless of how you feel about Lamar, he is a 2-time NFL MVP. You still have Derrick Henry. You still got some pieces there. The defense will probably be better. Unless the Bills job becomes available. But even if you look at the Bills job, it's like you got Josh Allen, but man, the rest of that offense sucks. And if the Bills lose, it's going to be the defense's fault.
I mean, it's been the defense's fault for several years now, sir.
Facts.
I don't know. I like McDermott. I hope he doesn't go anywhere regardless of the outcome this year, but we'll definitely, it's left to be seen. That's for sure.
Yeah. Like I just don't see if the Bills don't make it to the Super Bowl because of the field that they're in, I mean, I don't see how he makes it out. Maybe if they lose in the championship game, but like and again, we'll get to the games here, but if they lose to Jacksonville, it's like, really? Although again, I got a hot take for that game, but or it's like if they go to, heaven forbid they lose to the Patriots or the Broncos, it's like, really? That's, you couldn't get over that hurdle? Like,
yeah.
Although both, again, the Denver's defense is quite good, but we'll cover what we need to cover.
Denver's defense is quite good, but they are on a bye, so we don't have to talk about the Denver Broncos today. But what we can talk about is the first game on the docket for tomorrow. Rams, NFC South representative, probably should have been the Saints because they were the best team in that division, but I digress. The Rams 10.5-point favorites against the Carolina Panthers, but the Carolina Panthers have also defeated the Rams earlier in the season. So could we see a repeat? Could we see just the Rams doing what they should do and defeat the Carolina Panthers? What do we think about this game?
I think this is going to be the one game that's a massive blowout. I think the Rams go. Yeah, I think this is a blowout.
Okay. Tell me reasons why.
Yeah, I just in that first game that the Panthers kind of barely won. The Rams had a lot of turnovers. Stafford didn't play particularly well. I think they're going to go into Carolina. There will be more of a respect level. I think the Rams are going to take away that Carolina run game. Is going to make Bryce Young beat them. I don't see how it happens. Panthers are kind of in by default. Low key, and I would have to double check this. Do you remember if the Falcons lost to the Jets?
The Falcons did lose to the Jets, yes.
Yeah, so can you imagine if they beat the Jets, they would have been the NFC South representative?
No, because it's the NFC South. I mean, all those teams are atrocious.
They would have been 9. They at least would have been 9-8.
But yeah, at least it would have been over 500, right? Like,
I mean, but again, I digress. Falcons are out. They technically tied for first, but they were third, and whatever the case.
All this other tiebreaker bullshit. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I think this is a blowout here. I think the Rams go to Carolina. They get on with their lives and they get out of there. So I don't think this game is close. Again, 10 points, 17 points, 13 points. I see Rams by double digits here.
I agree only because of what happened in the initial Rams-Panthers game. Like, if anybody took the time out to watch that game, it was literally 4th and years and YOLO ball. 4th and whatever, YOLO ball, touchdown. YOLO ball, touchdown. Like, you can't count on that all the time, Bryce Young. So if we get down to earth, Devontae Adams, of course, should be returning for the Rams tomorrow. Yes, I think they cover this 10.5 easily. And just like, in the DFS portion of it, they're still hard to stack. Like Puka plus Devontae plus Matt Stafford is still extremely hard to stack. But in a short slate, you can get away with onslaughts. So we saw what every tight end for the Rams did last week. We saw the return of Tyler Higbee, which is another key piece of their offense. Like I said, Devontae Adams should be back. If you want to play the short slate with the 2-gamer, I think that the Rams onslaught is probably going to be the way to go. Even though it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, you can fit it because it's only a 2-game slate. So I think that's going to be the way to go if you're building lineups for Saturday only. Now, if you're going to take lineups into the whole weekend, then we could talk a little bit. But for the short slate for the 2-gamer, yeah, I'm going every Ram you could fit, including the tight ends. Just do that.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of playing around with lineups a little bit earlier today. If you want to make the onslaught fit, at least on like FanDuel, you can just play Blake Corum, and he makes it all fit.
And there's nothing wrong with the play of Blake Corum. I think he's a really good running back.
Yeah, I think on FanDuel he's only like 58 or 5,600.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I think Kyron was like 8K if you're doing like the 2-game slate.
Yeah, at that point, Kyron's probably unplayable. Because you could probably get the same exact production from Blake Corum. Like, there's no difference between the guys.
I know Blake Corum's coming in on the goal line at least once.
Oh, without question. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Carolina in this one. I think we're on the same wavelength. I think they get smacked. And I think that 10.5 is an easy cover. So anything else, anything fun nuggets we have to say about this game before we move to the nightcap of Saturday?
I mean, I guess a shout out to Carolina for making the playoffs, right? I mean, like whether
like their last 5 games, how do they make the NFC South should be annexed from the fucking playoffs. Like,
I mean,
just give me another US team. Just give me. I don't care. I don't care at this point.
I mean, listen, I get it, but at least your team made the playoffs, right? If you're a Panthers fan, like if the Browns or Bills made it into the playoffs at like 8-9, you're like, you know what? We're here.
We're here. We're here.
So
yeah, you just need a ticket to the dance. I guess you're right.
Although that means the Panthers are playing a first place schedule next year.
Yes, they are. And whatever their win total is, take the under.
It's not going to be good.
Because the Saints are winning that division next year, chill. Book it.
Oh, dude. Is he going to be are they going to be the most draft team in best ball?
The Saints?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that.
Especially if they go draft a running back with their first round pick.
It's funny because like on the other podcast that I guest sometimes on, my buddy Jimmy and Evan on the Broken Legs podcast. Make sure you check them out. No Broken Legs. I actually predicted the Panthers to win the division this year.
Good for you. Did you bet that future? Right. Should have bet the future.
I did it. I should have put my money where my mouth was, man. You're 100% right, and I apologize.
You could have threw what we call a hot 10.
The hottest of tens. Let's talk about it. I would say one of the more intriguing matchups of the weekend with the Bears hosting the Packers. The Packers are actually favored by 1.5. Um, Division rivals. They know each other like the back of their hands. Big rivalry game. I'm glad they put it on the nightcap because it should be good. Um, I got a feeling that Caleb Williams ain't ready, dog. I don't think he's ready.
I mean, their offense has not looked good the past last 2 or 3 weeks. They're actually quite lucky that Philadelphia rested their starters. Because if Philadelphia starts their starters, Philly would have been the 2 seed, and they would have avoided the NFC West. Man, it would have been a lot cooler to get Bears 49ers again, but I digress. Yeah, I don't know, man. What version of Jordan Love shows up? Although the last time we did see this Packers defense out on the field, they were getting shit on in the run game. So Ben Johnson ain't no dummy.
Ben Johnson will pound the pill with Kyle Momungai and Swift. So I mean, yeah, I think that if they can establish the run, they should be in a winning position. But at the same time, the Packers want to do the exact same thing. To your comment about which version of Jordan Love do we get, I think we get the version that has their backup quarterback that's probably better than him. So I'm just saying, man. That dude do not lose. Like, he is a good NFL quarterback. I hope someone pays him next year. I hope he gets the bag and gets an opportunity for some team next year.
I
But
think
Jordan Love
he
is
could
their
get
franchise quarterback, so
Malik Willis could get 1 year, 10 mil to start.
I agree. I 100% agree. I think Malik Willis is a good quarterback. But at the same time, Jordan Love has shown MVP flashes and straight dog shit flashes. So it's like, I think that with his weapons, he should be okay. But at the same time, like, the Packers run through the ground just like the Bears run through the ground. Like, on the opposite side, without Michael Parsons to pressure Caleb Williams to actually get his ass on the ground, because we've seen Caleb Williams on the move is very deadly. And he should get Rome Odunze back this game. So with Luther Burden emerging and DJ Moore just being, a veteran presence or whatever, Colston Loveland had a solid rookie season. So they have the pieces in place. I think it's just experience versus the inexperience in this one. And I'm going to take the Packers to cover. I think they win this game and cover the 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, this boils down to if the Packers protect the football, because that the Bears defense, number one in the league in turnovers. So, I mean, if you literally just avoid that, you should beat their defense
Yeah, but
pretty
that doesn't mean,
consistent.
and that's the thing, though. That doesn't mean the Bears defense is good. They're just opportunistic. Like, that's
Correct.
it.
But in the same light, if they're like Jordan Love is like Jimmy Garoppolo. He's gonna throw you the ball twice a game, like right to you. So, um, this is tough. I don't like it, but I think the Packers win as well. I think this game comes down to a field goal. I think this is.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
I think this is whoever has the ball last and needs to score ends up winning the game.
Yeah, and from a DFS standpoint, I think you got to go with what you feel is going to be the game script of the game. So, like, if the Bears can't establish the run, you're gonna have to consider Swift. You're gonna have to consider Momungai. I think Colston Loveland is a solid choice at tight end. Luther Burden is still cheap, so he could emerge as a target that people want to gravitate to. And on the other side, if you want to play the old Packer receiver roulette, pick anybody. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play Jordan Love, I'm probably gonna play him with Jacobs and 2 wide receivers. Right, it's got to go somewhere. Um, then the Bears guys, they're both pretty cheap, so I like either one. And even at this point, the Bears kind of have the roulette wheel going as well. I mean, Loveland is emerging. You got Rome's back. Luther Burden. Zacchaeus is just in there enough to piss you off.
Oh my God, not Olamides Zacchaeus, man. Come on.
That's probably a showdown play if we're being serious. But
Yeah, for the cheap. Yeah, for sure. That's showdown play. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably, if you were going to tell me that you're going to play the Rams guys with one of these two teams' defenses and like the running backs, I think that makes sense.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right, well, let's turn to Sunday. And we start off at 1 p.m. with the Bills visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. 51.5 point total in this one, and the Bills are favored by 1.5. Chill, thoughts? How does this game turn out?
A couple things here. One, I don't understand why the Bills are favored. Jacksonville, the way hotter team, playing at home. I just don't think that makes a ton of sense. Obviously, they have Josh Allen. Trevor Lawrence has been the most hot quarterback for like the past 8 or 9 weeks. So my hot take for this game, if you're ready for it, I think the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like that.
I think the Bills, unfortunately, have I think this is the worst draw they could have had. Because like I think the Bills beat New England. I just really have no faith in New England. Hint, hint.
The schedule merchants known as New England.
Yeah. And like the Bills would have crushed Pittsburgh, obviously, but that's neither here or there. I think this was the worst case scenario. Jacksonville, if we're going from a DFS standpoint, Jacksonville has not allowed an 85-yard rusher in like the last forever weeks. And like to Jacksonville's credit, they have a really good pass rush. Now, this does open the door for the Josh Allen being the Superman game because well, Buffalo likes to throw to their tight ends and Jacksonville struggles to stop that. So I think every single Bills tight end is in play from a DFS standpoint. I know like Kincaid was on the injury report. I assume he's probably playing. And then again, if we're gonna go to the Jaguars side, Bills have a hard time stopping the run, although they've been better. That game against Philadelphia was pretty eye opening to the Bills being good defensively. I mean, but again, man, Philadelphia's offense is so sporadic. You want to talk about you don't know what you're getting. So, it's interesting, man. Jacksonville doesn't have like a main wide receiver. They got 3. They got Doctor Strange. It's probably it's the funnest game on the slate for sure. But I really hate.
You sound so depressed about what you're about to say.
I think Jacksonville wins. I also think Josh Allen. If Jacksonville wins, it's not going to be Josh Allen's fault.
I hear you.
That like I think Josh Allen's going to ball out. He literally will probably break the stat sheet. But that Bills defense, if the Jaguars have a lead in the fourth quarter, can you stop the run? Because not only do you have to worry about ETN, apparently you got to worry about Trevor Lawrence taking off. So I got Jags. I don't like it.
This is probably one of the tougher games to predict. I think that the total is indicative of what we should see in the game. I mean, 51.5 is a high total. I mean, from the Sunday slate alone, you're probably going to be stacking this game up. And like I said, I completely agree with you about the tight end situation. This Bills offense runs through James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Jackson Hawes, and a little bit of Khalil Shakir. That's it. So there are no perimeter receivers. They are there to run block, and that's it. Buffalo Bills, the number one rushing offense in the NFL, versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, the number one rush defense in the NFL. So it also depends on what gives. Now, Trevor Lawrence should have success through the air because the Bills are down Maxwell Hairston the third. And even though they're the league's number one pass defense, it's because they're a run funnel. So everyone just runs on them. And I can understand the propensity to be a little shaky about that defense. It's always tough to go on the road. The Bills have yet to win a playoff game on the road. And it's going to be a tall task. I mean, like, a lot of people are putting the pressure on Josh Allen because there's no Patrick Mahomes, there's no Lamar, there's no Joe Burrow. I completely understand that. But you have to realize that the deck is completely stacked against Josh Allen. And the only reason why they're favorite is because the Bills have Josh Allen. That's it. So, yes, it has to be on the back of him. But at the same time, like, the Bills defense has to get one or two stops. Now, if Trevor Lawrence reverts to early season Trevor Lawrence, where he was literally questioning the fact that he's a franchise quarterback, as opposed to the last 8 weeks Trevor Lawrence when he was damn near an MVP candidate, it depends on what you get. So I think this is Liam Cohen's first experience with Duval in the playoffs. And it could be a taller task than we think. I think that if the Jaguars stay committed to running Travis Etienne and Byshel Tootin, I think they'll be fine. And I think they can escape with a victory. But at the same time, if they're trying to go back and forth and pace points with the Buffalo Bills, it's not going to happen. So if one of the wills of the strengths of the team breaks, as in if the Bills can establish the run, they'll win. If the Jags can't pass on the Bills, which again, they're down key pieces in their secondary, they're going to lose. But if they stick to the script and attack Buffalo's weakness, which is running the football, they can win. Having said all that, I'm still taking the Buffalo Bills because, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. And it's going to come back, again, from a real-life standpoint and a DFS standpoint between Dawson Knox and their other two tight ends. So if you want to sprinkle in a little Khalil Shakir, you might get a cheap touchdown, but I don't know. And the one player that people aren't going to play on that short slate is probably James Cook. I mean, they see Buffalo's run defense. They see ETN's been hot lately. There are other running back options in the later games with both Patriots running backs and Saquon Barkley to follow him. So from an ownership standpoint, I think if you play James Cook, you're automatically against the grain. So you could go like
for sure,
Josh Allen, James Cook, and pick whatever Bills tight end you want.
Yeah,
Haas.
Yeah,
I don't care. But again, I want about 4 or 5 pieces from this game because total wise, game flow wise, I think it's the game you want a lot of.
I got 2 funny scenarios. One will make you mad. This other one's a DFS scenario. What is the percentage that both defenses actually show up and this game is like 17-10?
Don't make me cry.
I mean, but like we have seen, like Buffalo's defense, it can show up.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's defense can show up. I mean, again, like it's thin. It's thin. If you want a real bold take on the 3-game slate, fade this game.
That's bold.
Fade it. I mean, you just fade it and pray to God both defenses show up. Or you just do what he says. Play James Cook, play Buffalo's defense, walk away.
There you go.
Or play ETN and play the Jags defense and walk away. My other fun scenario is on a scale of 1 to you're going to punch a hole in the wall.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Let's go. Buffalo drives down the field. They take the lead. They're up by 2. All right. Jacksonville gets the ball with like 12 seconds left. No, they only got to go 15 yards to be in field goal range. if that kicker beats the Bills on a 70-yard field goal, because that's a thing, I would be, as a fan, I think could you imagine?
First of all, like I texted you, Cam Little is the greatest kicker of all time. I don't care. Already, he's the greatest. He's the freaking greatest. But yeah, that is a very disturbing scenario. As in, they get the ball with X time left, knowing they only need to go 15 yards.
I mean, like, what's a touchback nowadays? Is it the 30?
The dude can hit from 70 easily. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, knowing as a Bills fan and the Bills defense, you can't let them pass the 40
on their
without allowing points.
The 40 on their side of the field, not yours.
Stupid.
Right? Yeah, right. I think a touchback is like 30. You get the ball at the 30. That's just 10 yards.
Well, I guess we can get into a game that could be fun or it could be absolute dog water. Your 4:30 game is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the NFC East champs, the defending Super Bowl champs, Philadelphia Eagles. 5.5 is this spread. Why the Eagles are favored by 5.5 against anybody, I don't know, but whatever. This game could be really fun or it could suck. Like, if you're taking the stand of fading that first game, I would think this is the game that you want to be in.
Yeah, this is
because
this
it could be
game.
Really fun. It could be really fun.
Yeah, I think this is where San Francisco's miracle run, I think it comes to an end here. I think this is potentially where all of their defensive injuries are going to catch back up to them. Listen, I know Philadelphia's offense has been terrible. But low-key, if we think Philadelphia is going to hit that old Kansas City switch where, again here, man, the 49ers, kudos to y'all, but I think this is where you're too hurt. Philadelphia's defense since, like, their bye week has been the number one defense in the NFL that nobody's talked about. We've all heard the Broncos. We've heard, the Browns defense. We've heard the Rams defense. We've heard all of these defenses. Yeah, Philadelphia have been casually number one. They literally stonewalled Josh Allen at Buffalo. Like, although Buffalo should have won on the 2-point conversion, he missed the throw. Neither here or there. But again, like, that was literally to win the game, like 15-14. So, like, again, man, Philadelphia's defense is really good. Although Philadelphia, in like their history with Sirianni, they do not blow out good teams. So from a betting standpoint, I'd probably take San Francisco in the 5.5. From a betting standpoint, from a DFS standpoint, I like the Eagles side. I think my biggest fade is I'll probably fade CMC and pray in this game, but yeah, I'll die on the Eagles offense one more time. Fuck it.
I have a hot take. Actually, it may not even be that hot, but I think the switch does turn on. And we've seen that this 49ers defense is butt. I mean,
they're bad.
They're truly bad. And I think if it's any time to flip on the switch for the Eagles, it's now. And I think that Jalen Hurts plus AJ Brown plus Devonta Smith plus
Goddard.
Dallas Goddard, yeah, is the stack. I think it's literally an Eagles onslaught day.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they blow out the 49ers. I really think they kick their ass.
Yeah, I mean, if the 49ers have Bosa and Fred Warner, well, first of all, if they have Bosa and Warner, they're probably the number one seed, if we're being honest. Again, neither here or there. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if they blow them out. Like I said, I kind of like San Francisco to cover. San Francisco does get Trent Williams back for this game. I don't believe he was in the game against Seattle. when they're missing one of the big three, CMC, Kittle, or Williams, that team is completely different. Um, but yeah, I like the Eagles side from a DFS standpoint here. Um, I think you could even play Barkley here too. It's not the most prettiest click, but we watched San Francisco give it up to the Seattle running backs, the Chicago running backs. It's probably a big day for Barkley here.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, yeah, if you want to go the inverse, I mean, just throw in Barkley Hurts and X receiver or tight end. I'm good with that. I'm reluctantly really high on the Eagles, and only because, again, the public perception of the Eagles offense is that they suck. And you had in a hot take earlier in the show that Sirianni might get fired if they lose this game. And I just think that it's one of those things where we're seeing the NFC version of the Chiefs. I think that they don't care. I mean, they have no competition in NFC East. So they knew they can go and back into the division. They literally didn't care about the 2 seed. They said, "Oh, we could win this game." Well, don't care. Just we're fine. Like, and it takes a lot of nuts to say, "I don't want the 2 seed. I'm still resting my starters." We're putting out Devonta Smith to get his 1,000 yards and get you on the sideline. That was it. So I think that whatever switch that they've been waiting to turn on is now, because the playoffs have started. And I think it's time for the Eagles to fly. So EAGLES Eagles. They cover this 5.5. And you know what? I'll even take the over. I think they hit the 44.5. Because the San Francisco 49ers will score. They will score. It just depends how. So I think CMC's been a volume monster. His efficiency has went way down, but he gets tons of touches. So his floor is completely safe. But against this Philadelphia defense, woo! It might be coming from an ancillary. Sheesh, it might come from an ancillary piece. So maybe Kittle or Jennings or somebody like that. So I'm here for that. So give me all the Eagles. Give me all the Eagles. All the Eagles.
Yep, I too like the Eagles.
Sunday night, Sunday night. The schedule merchant New England Patriots face off against you, me, Baker, protecting Justin Herbert on the offensive line as they go to New England. Can you keep Justin Herbert upright? Is the question.
Yeah. Yes, they can.
Because if that happens, I think they have a real chance of beating the New England Patriots. Having said that, I think that they're well coached. I think that the MVP potentially Drake May can have a game here. But the Chargers defense is no joke. And I think their offense can cook. So it really depends on which version of the Chargers offensive line and run game, for that matter, that we see in this game. So 3.5 is the spread. Patriots obviously favored. Reluctantly, I'm going to take the Patriots, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers win.
Yeah.
What say you?
Yeah, I'm picking the Chargers here.
Okay. I figured.
So let me see if I can sell you on this. I am not doubting that New England's offense is elite with Drake May. I'm doubting the fact that their defense is as good as what it is when you have faced the trash teams that they have played. I think the Chargers are going to be the best offense they've faced all year, minus the Bills. And the Bills almost don't count because you've been playing against Josh Allen for forever. Obviously, it's a new coach and everything, but it's not like Vrabel has not played against Josh Allen or knows what to do. This Justin Herbert by far has the most to lose in this game, right? Because if he doesn't win this game, he can't win the big one. He's not big time. He's not this. He's not that. So I think here I think the Chargers get it done. I don't think New England has that elite of a pass rush to begin with. So I think this is going to be the game where Herbert will be able to stay upright. We've seen New England struggle with running quarterbacks as well, and Herbert can do that. So I like the Chargers here, and I do like this. I do like the Chargers offense from a DFS standpoint as well.
Listen, I know it was week one. I understand that. But it's hard to trust a team that lost to the Raiders. I'm just saying. I know they turned it around. I know they righted the ship and everything, but there is a big black eye on your schedule, and it happened in the first week of the season.
Week one almost does not count in the game of football.
I
You know that.
understand that, but it gave us hope for the Raiders, and it turns out they were trash. And I thought the Patriots were like 2 years away, and it turns out they're pretty damn good. But again, I think they're schedule merchants. I think they beat who they were supposed to beat, with the exception of the Raiders. They should have beat the Raiders, and maybe they would be the number one seed, but they're not. So I think that the Patriots are frauds. I think that the Broncos are frauds. I think that it's just so much going on right now that the AFC is wide open. I'm taking the Patriots. I really don't want to. I'm not going to be surprised if the Chargers come out and win this game, because, like, on paper, minus, I don't want to take away his MVP stats, because he had an MVP season. There's no doubt about that. But behind J17, Justin Herbert's probably the best quarterback in the playoffs behind Stafford, maybe.
So, well, we'll get to him here in a second. So, obviously, Jalen Hurts is a different quarterback in the playoffs. The way I'm going to rank the quarterbacks is number 1, Josh Allen. I think 2 is Stafford. I think 3 is Hurts. Bold take here is number 4 Aaron Rodgers.
Bryce Young? No, I'm just kidding. Is there for Aaron? Oh, man.
So, I mean, if you watch that game on Sunday, he was holding on to the ball and getting hit. I think it's because he now knows he can get hit. So, I think you're going to see a different Aaron Rodgers. We'll get to an extremely bold take here, foreshadowing here about who's winning on Monday night. But so as you mentioned, the schedule merchants that were New England, we're gonna go through their schedule real quick. Week 1,
They lost
to
to the Raiders. They lost to the Raiders.
Okay, so week 2, they beat the Dolphins, so they played Tua. Week 3, they had 8 million turnovers and lost to the Steelers. Week 4, they beat Bryce Young. Week 4, they beat Bryce Young. Week 5, is when they beat Buffalo. So
yes,
at Buffalo. Week 6, I don't think they were playing Tyler Shuck yet. I think that was that still Spencer Rattler, or was that Shuck?
That was Rattler. The Rattler, Tyler Shuck played the last 6 games for him.
Okay. After that, they beat up Cam Ward.
Ooh.
The next week, Dylan Gabriel. The next week, was it Penix or Cousins?
I can't remember. Either way, trash.
After that was Baker Mayfield, who was trash down the end of the season here. Truthfully.
Yeah, they fell off a cliff.
Whoever was playing quarterback for the Jets,
Tyrod Taylor. I don't know.
I feel like it was a Thursday night. I think that was Taylor. No. That was Justin Fields. Hold on, we'll look. I can get the stats. Yep, it was Justin Fields.
Ooh.
After that, was Burrow back for the Bengals, or was that Flacco? It was Flacco.
So they beat Joe Flacco. All right.
And then it was the Giants, and then they lost to Buffalo. They barely beat. Was it Snoop? Was it Snoop Huntley in the Ravens game, or was that Lamar? It may have been Lamar. think that was Lamar.
So, hey, that's kind of but still a non-playoff team. So you digress.
Yeah. Combined, Lamar and Snoop were 16 for 20. They didn't crack 100. They didn't crack 170 yards.
Gotcha.
And then the vaunted Jets again. So was that Brady Cook?
Yeah, it was cooking.
And then Quinn Ewers. That is all the quarterbacks the Patriots played this season.
So they have a key win against Josh Allen. That's it.
That's it.
They also lost to Geno Smith. I don't care. You know what? I'm changing my pick. You sold me. It's going to be the Chargers. The Chargers in the upset. Bolt up. It's the Chargers. Screw it. It's the Chargers. You sold me.
Go Chargers, go.
Chargers, go.
Go.
And like you said, DFS wise, I do like some of the Chargers pieces, especially at wide receiver. You can get away with a Rondé Gaston Jr. if you want to at tight end. Patriots wise, like I said, Steph Diggs, if he's not, in jail or something like that, I'm cool with that. And either of the running backs,
just don't get his order wrong. That's all.
Just don't get his damn order wrong. I mean, what's so hard about that, right?
Right.
All right, we better move on to the last game on the Monday night finale for week 1 of the playoffs of Wild Card Weekend. We're talking Texans heading to Pittsburgh, 3-point favorites going into Pittsburgh. So, how are we feeling about Aaron, who you said is probably the 3rd best or 4th best quarterback in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh wins this game. And I'm only
a popular boy band once asked, "Tell me why."
I am literally only basing this off of Mike Tomlin's record on playing Monday Night Football games at home.
Oh, so you think the NFL gifted them a little advantage?
I think they got lucky that they played the Sunday night game and they weren't on Saturday. If they had the Saturday game, they wouldn't have had this Monday night game. So if we are and this is literally the stats. The Steelers have won 21 consecutive Monday night home football games. Mike Tomlin on Monday nights is 22-3. He's won 21 in a row at home. That's all I got. I have no football logic. I got nothing for you. I'm just gonna ride and die on that stat alone.
You got history. That's it. You got history.
That's all I got. I know Houston's defense has been aces, although they got their asses handed to them by Riley Leonard. Dude, I don't know, man. This is Pittsburgh. Here's what'll happen. Pittsburgh's gonna win this game, and then Tuesday at the water cooler, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't want to play those Steelers."
You're so right. 1,000% right. Yes, and more yes. Oh man. Yeah.
The winner, the winner of this game is the water cooler team. I don't want to play
the team that you don't want to play.
Yep. That's what every talking head's gonna say. That'll be at the water cooler. It'll be in your text threads with your friends. That's what it's gonna be. Oh, I don't want to play them.
Hey, listen, I watched the entirety of the Ravens and Steelers game, and Aaron was kind of looking vintage. He had a little rushing upside. He was getting the ball out quickly. They get DK Metcalf back in this game, so they have their downfield threat. And Houston can't run the ball to save their lives. So it's going to come down to CJ Stroud in the playoffs, and it ain't been great outside of a Browns beatdown. So
he rides on that game just as Jordan Love rides on the game that he beat down the Cowboys in.
Yeah, gosh darn it. My initial playoff take, I definitely did take the Texans because screw the Steelers. But
listen, don't let me convince you. Your gut has been good
with the Chargers.
Chargers. I tried for the Chargers. That one I was trying. This one I literally just have that
History.
I have no football logic. I have no thing. Like if you're playing the showdown slate, both defenses, and put one as your captain, like get the kickers. All right, like I got nothing for you.
Yeah, if Aaron can stay out of that pass rush because he does get the ball out really quickly still, I think they have a great chance of winning. You know what?
Just, you trust your gut. Listen, you were the guy who was going to play Mitch Trubisky.
Didn't trust the gut. I wanted to play Mitch Trubisky. I had the lineup. I had it, Chili. It was right there. All the money. And no, I went back and played Jackson freaking Dart. But you know what? That's fine. It's neither here nor there. I still won money, so it's okay. But still, I'm going to take the Steelers.
Dart wasn't bad. Dart was not bad.
He wasn't Mitch Trubisky.
No, but Jackson Dart didn't play the Jets either.
Yeah, like I said, they had me at Jets, and I caved, but that's okay. We're good. So you know what, Chill? I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna take the Steelers. I'm gonna take the Steelers, and it's a showdown thing anyway, and we don't talk about showdown, so screw the DFS shit. I don't care.
Like I said, if you're literally playing the showdown slate, just both defenses. If you're playing on DraftKings, Kenny Gainwell. Both like
Boswell.
I mean, at this point, like if Calvin Austin could just do what Alec Pierce did and just run open down the field, he'd be all right.
Alec Pierce made himself a good chunk of change with that game too. He was already going to get paid.
I think he had a good. He was like he kind of emerged and took that number 2 role from like Josh Downs.
Oh, for sure. For sure. He had a good season.
Hey, unrelated note. This is not related to football at all. How do you feel about Drew McIntyre being your new WWE champion?
I saw the spoilers earlier, and I'm happy about it. Okay.
I was happy that they pulled the trigger. He may lose the title at the Rumble. We'll see. But like, if there's anything that this company needed to do, it's get out of the norm. I also read a report here today that they don't see Javon Evans as a star. If that's the case, this company and promotion is fucking stupid. I don't mean to curse like that. And like, listen, Obafemi. Listen, I can get down with Obafemi. Big guy. Doing this to and his like snake skin shirt. He probably. You remember when we went to that thrift shop in Cuyahoga Falls? That's where he gets this close. That's probably where Obafemi shops.
That is for another podcast on another day. We gave the playoff predictions. We gonna wish you best of luck in your DFS lineups. Oh, and last quick hot take before we get into the Super Bowl prediction. Myles Garrett's sack record is fraudulent. I don't care what anybody says. It's not because of the 17 games. It's because of that half sack they gave him against Josh Allen. He should have never had that. He didn't even touch him. And they gave him a half sack like a quarter later. His sack record is fraudulent. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Don't care.
So who's yours? So is it TJ Watt then in your eyes? Because like you can't like Favre took a dive. I think Joe Burrow took a dive. I mean, and that was
offsides. I thought he was offsides on that sack. He jumped the shit out of that snap count. He was in the backfield when Joe Burrow got the ball. I thought he was offsides.
Listen, Myles Garrett and Joe Burrow, low key kind of friends, cool with each other. Like you could just be like, hey, like we're this play. You let your left tackle know. Just tell him like, hey, like we're going on 2. Like,
I like how they stopped the game, and Jamar Chase was pissed about it.
Listen,
we're trying to move the ball. We're trying to win a game.
Listen,
that shit was hilarious.
I would have fired Zach Taylor for saying we're playing for our lives out here. No, you're fucking not.
No, you're not.
You're playing for Cancun,
and they're there right now.
They are there.
Chili, who's going against each other in the Super Bowl and who's winning?
All right, let's see.
You already said the winner of the Jacksonville Buffalo game is going to the Super Bowl, so we have your AFC representative already.
We do. I think it's oh my god. So this year has been weird. This is going to be the weird year of the Super Bowl. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. I'm here for it.
I'm sticking with the year of weird. I almost because like the Rams are too easy, right? If I have a second bet, would probably be like Eagles, Bills.
Bills. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the Rams are probably the best team in the NFC. It's too easy. It's too easy of a pick. I like chaos.
Nothing's easy this year, brother. Nothing is easy this year. This season has just been all over the place. Man.
Seahawks, Jags.
Well, I'm sticking with my preseason pick. Rams, Bills. Still got my futures for the preseason on that. So I'm just going to ride it out all the way to the end. Super Bowl winner, the Bills Mafia, finally gets it done. And then we can hear all the bullshit next year about how, Josh Allen was only able to do it without Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. So he can't win for losing. He can't lose for winning. So it doesn't matter what J17 does. He's going to get ridiculed. So might as well have a Super Bowl banner to go along with it. So screw it. Bills, Rams, Bills win. That's the take. Let's do it.
Again, good pick. I was not the biggest Josh Allen guy. But with new information, I'm allowed to change my opinion.
You're right.
That's the way you feel about Trevor Lawrence, right? Like, hey, I used to think this guy sucks. And you know what?
He got me. He's pretty good at the game of football.
Listen, it could change next year. And, again, that's the beauty of football. I will not be one of those people. If Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, it's fair and square. Again, Burrow got hurt. Lamar got hurt. Mahomes got hurt. And even if Mahomes doesn't get hurt, Kansas City wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. So
true.
Where are we at?
Right. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Guys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Good luck in your DFS lineups this weekend. Good luck with your sports betting this weekend. And if your team is in the playoffs, good luck to them. And shout out to the one at Carolina Panthers fan, wherever you are outside of that actual area. I know you exist somewhere. But we're going to go ahead and close up the shop. It has been an absolute pleasure this season. Hopefully we'll be back for a divisional next week to see how right or wrong we were and discuss from there. And for Chili, for Baker, I've been your boy Sully. This has been the DFS Deli, and we'll see you all later. Peace. Wait.